Hello and welcome to Political Bazaar, the show that talks about politics, economy, and the space in between. February 11th, the Delhi election poll results are out. To discuss this with me, I have Gaurav Choudhary, our executive editor. Thank you, Gaurav, for coming on Moneycontrol's Political Bazaar. Let's talk about the early trends. It's about 9 o'clock, a little past 9 now. Of the 70 seats, Aam Aadmi Party looks comfortably at around 40 plus at the moment. BJP is hovering around the 15 seat mark, and Congress is 0 or 1 at best at the moment. These are just early trends now. Let's just discuss this in general. Aam Aadmi Party, after 67, winning 67 seats last time, now they seem to be comfortably across the halfway mark. What do you think about it?
So clearly, this is a thumbs up for the Aam Aadmi Party's style of governance, at least in the city of Delhi. And to repeat, and they were defending 67 seats, and to be home comfortably with a majority. If it crosses in threshold, they'll probably end up at above 50 seats.
Yeah.
That's a great performance, given the fact that you were defending 67 seats, and there was the might of the BJP that was put behind. The entire might of BJP actually came out to campaign and tried to turn this into some kind of a prestige battle. That doesn't seem to have worked for the BJP, although compared to the previous time in 2015, when they won only 3 seats, they have done quite well.
Yes.
Because they are now into high double digits. They are in the high teens. But that said, for the Aam Aadmi Party, the only concern here now is, the only thing that they need to watch out for is what will be their final number, if it is above 50 or whether it's below 50. As of now, it looks they're comfortably home.
I'll come to Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, but let's also discuss about the Congress Party. The Congress was a party that actually had 3 consecutive governments over here, 15 years of rule. Much of Delhi that you see metropolis now was developed under the Congress government headed by Sheila Dikshit at that time. Last election, they didn't have any seat, and this also, it seems that they are hovering around that mark. For the grand old party, how do you see Delhi?
So yeah, it's quite unfortunate for the party, and it was quite obvious that the Congress is not going to do well, given the fact that perhaps the party itself realized that they're not going to do well. That is why the campaign from the Congress was quite listless and lackluster. And if you compare with the 2 other parties, the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, Congress also is a cadre-based party. They have a huge network of workers, which was not seen as visibly as the other 2 parties. And clearly now Delhi has turned into a complete bipolar polity, minus the Congress, which was unthinkable until a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Given the fact that 15, as you said, Congress was in power for 15 years. Since 98, they have been in power. But for the BJP, after the final results are out, when the numbers are given, BJP will remain out of power in Delhi since 1998. So by the time the next elections come along in 2025, they'll be 22 years out of power, 23 years out of power. More than 25 years out of power. So that is something that they will have to reckon with, and they have to go back to the drawing board and find out how they can respect Delhi, because Delhi had given very tall leaders for the BJP. Delhi had given Madan Lal Khurana, Delhi had given leaders like Sahib Singh Verma, etc. For Delhi, Sushma Swaraj, for Delhi, for the BJP, Delhi, and this also comes that barely 6-7 months after, less than a year after BJP actually romped home in the Lok Sabha elections with 7 seats. It was a clean sweep, and their vote share was in many instances more than 50%.
Yes.
On the back of it, if they are unable to cross, say, 20 seats in these assembly elections, it is something that they need to seriously introspect.
Let's discuss the BJP. In fact, it's an interesting paradox of sorts over here, where 2 consecutive Lok Sabha elections, the BJP has got 7 on 7. And now it would be 2 consecutive assembly elections. The BJP is not even close to the halfway mark.
Yeah.
So how do you explain this dichotomy of sorts in this one day?
Clearly, Delhi, and you can draw a parallel from what happened in Orissa in the 2019 election. You see BJP doing remarkably well compared to what they were in the previous elections. But Navin Patnaik actually romped home with a very, very comfortable majority in the assembly elections. A similar thing phenomenon appears to be playing out in Delhi. And Delhi, given the peculiarity of Delhi's state as a structure, and given that it's a semi-state to a very large extent, BJP's difference this time compared to say 2015 or previous years is that BJP did not project a face.
Okay.
And over the last 5 years, nobody actually emerged as BJP's, BJP's face within
A local leader.
Yeah, behind whom somebody could have rallied around. So BJP has to create a Sahib Singh Verma or Madanlal Khurana or Sushma Swaraj from within the ranks for actually able to wrest back Delhi into their control.
So do you think in the past 5 years, the BJP has failed to do that? Because in 2015, they had projected Kiran Bedi as their chief ministerial candidate, and they got 3 seats then. And now they have not projected, but yes, you have Manoj Tiwari as the face. But you think things have not worked? And is there a clear disconnect between the BJP at the national level, where you have Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, and at the state level or the the assembly level?
Yeah, clearly. And BJP, for the BJP, Delhi at this point lacks a very strong leader. So BJP is not Madhya Pradesh, for instance. So you don't have a Shivraj Singh Chauhan here for the BJP. You need to create those kind of leaders from within the party ranks to actually be a force to reckon with. Otherwise, it looks like Aam Aadmi Party is going to here to stay. It's very difficult to predict what's going to happen 5 years from now. But as of now, going by the trends and results, and if these trends holds, if the Aam Aadmi Party plays close to 50 seats or more than 50 seats, it's clearly the people of Delhi are in favor of a party like the Aam Aadmi Party than the BJP, and clearly it also reflects on poor leadership skills. It's absence of strong leadership skills from within the BJP ranks.
We had talked just before the show about the challenges the Aam Aadmi Party is going to face. Now, let me put it like this. In 2015, when the Aam Aadmi Party came, it had brought a lot of hope. It had given a lot of promises, yes, of course. And in 2019, when it went to the polls, it fulfilled most of them.
Yeah.
Now, that was the advantage in which you were riding on. From now on, do you think that it's come back to power, the challenges are going to increase for the Aam Aadmi Party? Because
if you're talking about the freebies, or the so-called freebies, if you're talking about what they had delivered on the so-called promises of free electricity up to a certain extent, free water, and also on the social projects like schemes like the Mohalla Clinic, etc. And their record on education and health is extremely commendable, and they have achieved quite a lot of goodwill for that. But so far as the freebies are concerned, the so-called freebies are concerned, the challenge would be more fiscal than political.
Okay.
And if they are able to fiscally manage it, if they are able to fiscally surmount that challenge, I think they can go on keeping those, giving those promises, because the only challenge here is fiscal, nothing else.
Okay. It's the counting is halfway. It's much into it. Aam Aadmi Party seems to be comfortably placed across the halfway mark. The BJP somewhere around the 15 seat mark. The Congress, as we said, 0 or 1 seat. The projections as of now stay there. We'll come up with another show soon. Until then, stay tuned to moneycontrol.com.